Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Cars Community Podcast. My name is Sheriff, filling in as co host for Red, who has just departed. And sitting alongside me is co host Finn McMissile. Say
What
hello.
up?
Not very
Hi.
enthusiastic, but just want to give
No.
a quick shout out to Red, who just departed. Um, I for now, I'm guessing I'll now be the new co host, and we're gonna miss him. I think his friend is now filling in. I think he's been doing a good job with that. Uh, Finn here is a little salty about him leaving, but I'm gonna miss him.
Just a tad. All right. So, a lot of people from the replies wanted us to talk about conspiracy theories. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, if we're just talking conspiracy theories in general, there's definitely a few that are very interesting. One's the moon landing. Um, Finn told me before we started recording that she is just not knowledgeable on any conspiracy theories, which is fine. So I'm kind of just like talking to brick walls here. So I'm gonna want you guys to
Wow.
leave. I'm gonna want you guys to leave your thoughts in the comments or tag me on Twitter, whatever.
Is that what
Um,
I am? A brick wall?
yes,
Okay. I see how it
but
is.
I. But here's what I want. What thoughts on moon landing and Pizzagate? I want you guys' thoughts. Is Hillary Clinton eating children? We want to know.
Yes. Yes, she
Also,
is.
someone, I think Raul Saurul, I don't even know how to really say that name, wants car conspiracies. The only one I know of is a TikTok I post on my account about 9/11. So if you want to go check out a cars conspiracy for that video on my Twitter at Sheriff RSPD, quick plug. But I say we move on from conspiracies.
All right. They want to know about, everyone else is also talking about how they want to know about our general thoughts on the rest of parody Twitter, not cars parody Twitter. And to be honest, I think it's pretty good. There's some accounts that are just kind of weird, like the government parody accounts, but overall, there are some really good accounts, like the Wally one. I've been following that one since May or June, and I find that one hilarious. And they recently just followed me back. That was pretty great. And then
I'm proud
the
of
ones that, and then there's accounts like Jerry. They're just really weird and
you.
obscure.
Already throwing shots.
And then there's other accounts that Mia interacts with that they're pretty interesting, like the South Park ones. Or if I go through the replies, just a lot of the other ones that they interact with, which are pretty good. And I find them decently creative and original.
Yeah.
What about you, Sheriff?
I mean, I really enjoy like all of parody Twitter. There's just you guys are all fuckheads out there, and I mean I don't really interact with a ton of other parodies besides cars. Like not like for no reason. Like I guess I just really haven't gone my way to do that. Um, Especially now that I'm busier. I think that was also one of the questions. Like, how are you gonna? Lightning McQueen actually asked that. Like, how are we gonna start to slow down when school starts? And I moved back into school, so I've been a little busier. So I just try and keep it with our circle. But I mean, I don't really care. I do enjoy seeing all the funny parodies that show up on my timeline.
Yeah.
And I mean, with all set aside all like the toxic aspects of just Twitter in general, it's very entertaining, and I like all the parodies.
Oh, yeah. I start school tomorrow, actually. So whenever this gets finished editing, which will probably be like Friday or whatever, um, yeah, I start school and I'll probably have to slow down a lot or have a bunch of scheduled tweets just because I'll be busy with school. I'll be taking, I think, college level algebra and then some other AP classes. So, that's going to be fun. Hope I don't regret
Nerd,
it.
nerd.
Hey, okay, you're a nerd.
Nope.
All right. Yes.
I slay vagina.
No, you do not. All right.
So young.
All right. So Todd wants us to talk about what we would do in the future after quarantine is over. And to be honest, I have no clue. Like, honestly, no clue.
Sorry, am I cutting you off here?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. Anyway, for me, and call me a sinner, dox me, I don't fucking care. My quarantine hasn't existed. My life's been pretty normal since like end of May, start of June. Like, other than having to wear masks in like grocery stores, I don't know. My friends and I have not really adhered to the social distancing guidelines because we're young and stupid and don't really care.
Well, you also don't live in one of the hot spots like I do, or some other parody accounts do, like Florida and Texas are right now. So, that's pretty cool. My life kind of like, I've just spent 5 months of my life kind of really doing nothing. So it's just like my summer, but just doubled. I mean, my life hasn't really changed since quarantine started because I just don't go out regardless of anything. And then probably after quarantine, it'll probably be the exact same, but except I'll have a job so I can go work and buy myself a car so I can just do nothing while also paying car insurance. So that's about it for me. I might get an internship because I'll probably be done with this. This will be probably over by the time I'm in my junior year, so I can get an internship for engineering. But other than that, I think it'll also stay the exact same for me.
Good shit. Since we're on the subject of jobs, I got a funny story real quick. I just moved back to school, and so I got a new job, and I quit after a day. It was a warehouse job where I'd pack guns and ammo and like stock it and stuff, and I'm like, this is just not it. So I just quit after a day. So I'm now unemployed because I'm lazy. I didn't feel like doing it.
If I have a funny story about my birthday, so my uncle took his oldest. Shut the fuck up. What do you want?
Jobs, the birthday. All right, I'm just
Okay, I had this story. You know what?
Checking the flow.
Shut up.
I want to hear the story. The people want to hear the story. It
caught me off guard.
Birthday.
You know what? Okay, I have been meaning to tell the story. Shut up. All right. So this is a story that I've been meaning to tell on the podcast. So like on my birthday, we brought my uncle's dog to the lake with me, and he's like 11 years old now, and he's the most dramatic dog you'll ever meet. It was like to the point where he would solicit other people to throw sticks for him, but he's too old to be constantly playing for like 4 hours nonstop. So he would just bark and solicit other people, and people thought we were like abusing him or something because he was like just barking and whining and escaping his collar and leash constantly because we wouldn't play with him after playing with him for an hour straight. And then he would just solicit other people, and like then the lifeguard looked at us like, hey, just play with him. What's the big deal? And we had to explain to him, he's 11 years old and he's just being dramatic. And then he just barked at us. And then he just turned around and just went back to soliciting this 4-year-old kid to throw some toys at him.
So I've learned a few things about you just now.
What?
One, you like the word solicit.
Shut up.
And actually, I just have a question. Have you ever considered that you yourself might be a dramatic dog?
No, I haven't actually.
Well, I'd think about that.
Are you calling me a dog?
No, I didn't say that. I've just asked if you've considered that maybe you're a dramatic dog.
I'm not.
All right. I just a little defensive. It's weird, but I was just asking.
You are insinuating that I'm a dog.
You're right. You're a mouse. Squeak. Ooh, get that COVID out of my ears.
No. And then a lot of people wanted to know what our hobbies are. So what are your hobbies, Sheriff?
Well, I'm big into playing Rocket League. I've been doing that all day. Also, one that's might be a little off the cuff here, Texas Hold'em poker. Ever heard of it? Yes, you have.
Yes.
I'm big. I'm big into poker right now. I've been playing a lot for the past few months. I just read a book on it. I've been playing online tournaments as well. I've got a gambling addiction.
Sounds like you have a nice future ahead of you, Sheriff.
I do. I'm going to Vegas and I'm doubling up my money.
We're going broke.
No, I'm not. You'll be mad when I'm flying on my brand new Dynaco helicopter over your house and you can't get on.
Well, I'll just end up outliving you anyways, so you know.
Whatever. What are your hobbies?
Drawing. I watched a lot of. I've currently been getting really into anime. Like, anyone that follows my main knows this. And then I know a lot about Apple products and computers just in general. So it's like something I can do like an entire podcast over and then some, because I know a lot about that stuff. And then other than that, I don't really do much. I like running. I used to run a lot, but then I injured myself, so I haven't been able to.
Gross.
What's gross?
Running.
Running is fun. What are you talking about?
Runners are weird, man.
No, they're not. Running is great. I
Drop a
don't know why you
like.
don't like it.
Drop a like if running's weird.
No, running is not weird. You're
It's
just out
gonna
of
be our
shape.
it's gonna be our most liked video. I am out of shape, but I'm also like I'm pretty lucky if I'm being honest. I've got very natural muscle tone and I'm tall, so I do have a little beer belly right now.
Wow, shame. All right. They also wanted to see if, let's see, stuff we're interested in. Oh, this is another one. If you had to be another parody character on Twitter, what would you be?
Mm,
I would be this like anime character called Kanbei Suki, just because he's also like a detective, and all that kind of fits what I've been doing on parody Twitter for the past 5 months. And then if not that, then Wally probably. So I used to love Wally.
I did like Wally growing up. I would probably be Katara from Avatar. Why, you ask? Because one, she's hot, and two, I could just tweet about how horny I am all the time.
Isn't she 14?
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's bullshit, and you know it. She doesn't look
No.
14, and if you think about the timeline, she's got to be of age by the end of the show. Gotta be close to it. Doesn't matter. I'm a cop. I'm the law. I do what I want.
She is 14, and the oldest she gets is 16.
Did you just Google this?
Yes.
Well, okay. So 16 is 1 year off from being
And
legal.
you call me the pedophile.
You are a pedophile.
How? Name one instance.
Drop a like if Finn's a pedophile.
Stop self-inserting likes and promoting yourself. This is not what this podcast is about.
I'm not promoting myself. I'm promoting the podcast. And the people agree. You're probably the biggest pedophile in the
You
community.
literally just said that you would like to be a 14-year-old on parody Twitter and tweet about how horny you are constantly.
I was horny when I was 14. Huh?
Okay, Sheriff. Okay.
All right, what's the next topic?
Oh god. Best parody trends. That's something from Todd. I really liked when the parody Twitter, like Cars parody Twitter, went through this phase of like everyone making edits and like tweeting that, or like the ones with the music in the background, the one that I made you, and that was really fun because that was like really fun to see people's editing skills and all that. And then probably the next one after that is just what people continue to do, is where they just make situations and then put all of the characters in those situations of like going to like rob a bank or something like that. Those are pretty funny. I enjoy those because they're more interactive.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with that 100%. Especially with your point on it being interactive. Like, if you throw in a bunch of accounts, like, let's get involvement, brewing. Um, that's definitely some of the most entertaining stuff we've done.
Of course, another parody trend is Doc Hudson.
Yeah, let's hop back on that train, everyone. Blow up the replies with your name.
Nick Missile, Doc Hudson, Sheriff, Lightning McQueen. The Dinoco versus Rusty's war. That's what people. That's another thing that people want us to talk about.
Rusty and Dusty.
Yep, same.
Dinoco versus Rusty's war. So, I mean, don't hate on me here, but is there like something like happening like day to day between those accounts, or do we need to like spark something up?
It is mostly just. I think it's just people taking sides right now, and I don't think anything has officially started.
All right, well let's get that spark, and I want to see more of that in my TL, and I want to get involved. So, Rusty
Who
and
would
Dusty.
you go for?
Oh God, I. Oh man, look at these questions. I gotta go. I gotta go Rusty and Dusty. I gotta go the Rusty's guys, even though they were very rude to me when I first joined Cars Twitter. You want to hear about that? I'll get the ball rolling on
Yes.
it. All right, let's
Yes.
hear about it. So when I joined, just a quick reminder. I mean, there was another sheriff before me, but I didn't fucking know that, and I didn't see one. I didn't make my account until I knew there was no other car. So I made sheriff, and I guess he had deactivated like days before I joined. So I start interacting with all these tweets, including Rusty's, and they come back at me and they're like, "Get the fuck out of here, you fake!" And I'm like, "Whoa, hey!"
Oh, I remember that.
I remember. I replied, "I'm like, point me to another sheriff, and I'll fuck off." No response, but I will take your guys' side in the war. All right, because I like you guys.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember how to explain in the group chat that the other sheriff deactivated because we couldn't find him anymore.
The first person I messaged actually was Stanley. I'm like, "Is this okay?" I didn't know who I should talk to. I just messaged Stanley because it looked like everyone was running. He was still running for president. Everyone was like backing him. So went to him. I'm like, "Is this all right?" He's like, "Yeah." I mean, the other guy's gone. So yeah, I'm here. Suck my dick. Not you, Finn. That's gross. And then, yeah, who do you want? Dinoco or Rusty's? Whose side would you take?
Rusty's, of course. Dinoco sucks. They're a massive monopoly.
Okay, but why does that? We said they're massive monopoly.
Yeah, they have a bunch of money. They bought Rusty's just because they could, and eat the rich. Eat the rich. That's my only opinion.
I believe in a capitalist economy, so it is what it is. But Rusty and Dusty, I'm with you guys. Dinoco, I want to hear something back though. I want to see something spark between this. All right.
What else? Let's see.
Do you have any ghost stories?
No, I do have stories of like. I do have stories of like sleep paralysis though. That was pretty cool.
No,
I don't recommend that.
Yeah, let's not dive into that.
It's not fun. Beta Seer asked, how did I get to 1K followers? I've talked about this before, I think, in some of my replies. I think it mostly started with when I started like my own trend, and then that made me grow a lot because everyone was just bouncing off of like when I did that one aspect trend back in like I think late March, early April, and then everyone just kind of like piggybacked off of that because it was funny, and that's how I got to 1K. But after that, I got kind of slow growth, and I've never been funny again. So there's that. All right.
I don't have 1,000 followers, so I can't tell you. No, I think we should real quick. We should do car porn.
Why?
You first, because it's important.
It's kind of scary how talented the artists that draw this are.
Okay, yeah, no, it's awesome stuff. It's awesome stuff. But what I want to know is like, Where
I've seen all of it.
or like, I know, I swear I've seen all of car porn.
Have you? Have you seen the one
Where?
of Doc Hudson and Smokey?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, here's my question: where does all this come from? So
Tumblr.
I know a couple people here have drawn a few, right? But like Tumblr, like who are these people, and how long have these images been around?
Um, we've had. I've gone to deep dives about this stuff, like out of pure and absolute boredom, and most of it comes from DeviantArt and Tumblr, and most of it comes from the time frame of 2014 to 2017 to like early to mid 2018. That is the time frame. It's like before the Tumblr massacre where they got rid of all the porn, but somehow cars porn slipped through the cracks.
Well, I love it. Keep it pumping.
Why?
When I'm
Why?
lonely, what do you think?
Why? I don't.
All right, next topic.
Titties.
Today's love today's, but I'm an ass guy.
I think tits are better than ass, to be honest.
I'm an ass guy. Because I mean, it's simple. A lack of boobs is made up by a booty,
I'm not an ass
but
person.
a lack of booty is not made up by boobs.
I disagree. I firmly disagree.
I don't know. I think the community will take my side on this one.
You're all men.
Comment ass or tits in the comments.
What else?
I think we're winding down here. I guess whatever Prince Speedy comment has to say.
Let's see. Opinions on accounts. Opinions on the non-car accounts in the GC that are mostly toxic and rude. Okay.
I don't really pay close attention to that, so you can go ahead
Me neither.
and take it
I
if
don't
you
even know
want.
what's going on. There's like, let's answer this one. The stuff that we're interested in. What are you interested in?
I think we've touched on this with like hobbies like poker.
But I think they meant it more in depth. I think.
I mean, how much? I mean, I like the way my zipper sounds when it works in the winter. If you want to go that in depth, like we can.
What was that? I think you went more in depth of us talking about our hobbies more in depth and how we got those hobbies.
Quarantine boredom for poker. Another thing I want to touch on is the NHL. I love hockey. The Blues play tonight in Game 4 against the Canucks, so go check it out. I guess you won't hear it posted.
Sports suck.
Sports now suck. But yeah, I mean, that's me. You go ahead if you want to go more in depth.
You sound like a really boring person.
I'm not a person. I like the way zippers sound. Watch hockey, play Rocket League, play poker. I'm 6'6", 215. Like, I'm like a Greek god.
No, you're not. You sound like a really boring person, to be honest.
I don't know. I think you're just jealous.
Why would I be jealous about being 6'6"? That's freakishly tall.
It's not freakishly tall. Pipsqueak.
No, yes it is. Just being 5'8" to me sounds alien. Like, how can you be that tall? Like, that sounds unfun.
I can reach things. I can go on roller coasters. You can't.
I can go on roller coasters too.
Being 4'9" is not going to get you there, sweetheart.
I'm not 4'9".
All right, say what you want. Say what you
I'm
want.
5'5".
Oh, sure.
I'm above the average height for
no,
a woman.
No, average. No, of course, totally.
You're literally you're the size of a tree. Jesus Christ.
I'm not the size of the tree. Most trees are much taller than me, and I can prove it.
No.
That's what I thought.
6'6" is you shouldn't be legally allowed to live if you're 6'6", to be honest. Just honestly.
I think I think you're just really jealous.
Why would I be jealous about being so tall that I die faster?
You want to live on this earth longer?
Good point.
All right, let's move on. Or if you want to go in depth on your awesome personality and interests and how amazing you are, please tell me more about it.
Okay. Well, in my spare time, I do an abnormal amount of research on Apple products, mostly because of, boredom and hyperfixation, and that's really cool.
So yeah, you're sounding really exciting so far.
Okay, you know
So
what?
please keep going.
Okay, I have a question for you. Have you heard about Epic Games versus Apple?
No.
You want me to
wait.
educate you on that?
Oh, Jesus. All right, go ahead.
So, Epic Games broke their terms of service, same with Google, and
Because they
now
pulled off their games, they put it on their own store, and now they're getting sued. So maybe, yeah, I do know about this.
Apple is getting sued by Epic Games because Apple took down their app because of they broke their TOS. And now Apple is pulling out the big guns and getting rid of the development software Ubisoft, which a lot of other developers rely on for games, to terminate Fortnite and their developer access to Apple from Apple. And they're going to terminate that on August 28th if they don't fix what they're doing and drop stuff.
Ubisoft comes up with some of the greatest ideas for games, but then it's hardly playable sometimes.
Yeah, but it's going to affect hundreds of developers that were never even in this from the start, because Apple is going to ban them. And then I believe Fortnite will lose, or Epic Games will lose its developer access from Apple. And then, so who do you think is in the right, Apple or Epic Games? I want to hear your opinion on it.
Apple, easily. Epic Games broke their terms of service, did they not?
Yeah, they broke their contract.
I think it's pretty simple. Apple can't just roll over, especially from a business standpoint. Like that's not how I would play it. I play the same way as Apple. So
not only this,
and
Epic
they
Games
can still.
this planned.
Let me tell you this.
Like,
no, let me tell you something here. They're going to come to some sort of agreement and fix it. It's going to be fine.
Epic Games has had this planned for months, though, because like they had all this stuff ready. Had like a 70-page lawsuit. They had the one for Google Play as well. They've had this entire thing just planned for months, and it's like, why are they doing this? Why are they getting a bunch of 11-year-olds to rise up against a trillion-dollar company? I don't get why.
I don't know, but I will say this: your life is still really exciting.
I know it is. I wake up, I do nothing, then I read, then I watch anime, then I learn about Apple products or computers, and I draw, and then I go to sleep, and I repeat the cycle. And then school.
Can you guys believe this? She's telling me I'm such a boring person. She does nothing all day, every day.
Yeah, it's great. You don't like. It's a great life.
I get my alone time when I need it, but most of the time I'm out drinking with the homies.
How is that fun?
You'll know one day.
I've never gone out in my entire life, and I've been pretty happy with it.
Because you're 16.
I don't like going out with people. It's not very fun.
Well,
don't rate it.
So would you consider yourself an introvert?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why. I mean, I'm very obviously an extrovert, and people give me energy. So I need that. I need to be around people.
It sounds awful. Imagine being around people. Like, it's cringe. Just disappear from the earth for 3 months and then reemerge with some random meme.
I did for the start of quarantine. It's brutal. Being alone that long murdered me.
Seriously, I loved it.
No.
It was amazing.
No.
How is it a no, Sheriff? You don't
For-
like being alone with your thoughts?
First of all, I want you to realize that you're saying that you loved quarantine. I think most people on this planet have hated it.
I've actually genuinely enjoyed it, to be honest.
I think there's some appealing aspects to quarantine, like, getting alone time and, getting off work or school and whatnot. But I think overall people just are tired of it.
I'm not. Okay? Maybe
right,
I'm like that
all right.
1%, but I've genuinely enjoyed it.
All right, as long as you recognize that you are saying quarantine's awesome.
Yeah, I do recognize it.
All right.
I feel like it makes me a better person.
Okay.
You know? I mean, I've been able to get into a lot more things because I've had infinite amount of free time. And, even when I have school starting, I don't have a 3-hour commute. So that's fun.
All right. Get off me.
Oh.
I guess one of the last things here is another thing for Speedy Comment, like wanting no Speedy Comment, you should not leave. And 2, just a PSA to everyone in the parody community: do not release your address. I just learned about that. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. And that's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, don't release your address. Don't release other people's addresses. Comment, Sheriff is a complete and total loser if you reach to the end, and we'll see you whenever the hell we can record again.
No. I got one more thing.
What?
Don't you dare stop recording. I think a topic we should touch up on is, and I'm sure people are wondering. I'm surprised there's no one that replies about it. Who is our next guest going to be?
I've got no fucking clue, dude.
I mean, would you say though that there's definitely a big interest for people coming on?
Yes.
So
I've had lots of DMs of people. It's just that you are basically unavailable 90% of the time. Like, I don't know why you just don't do nothing.
Life is good.
And then I start school tomorrow, so
okay, we'll tell you guys this. We'll work through Twitter to gauge like who wants to come on. Then we'll start having guests on every episode. Obviously, life's about to get busy for all of us, but we're gonna figure it out. All right. Good.
All right. Once again, comment Sheriff is a fucking loser if you reach to the end, and
or
next
Finn
time,
is salty. Finn is a mouse. That's the comment.
No, it's not. I already said the comment first. I got dibs.
Okay, but the people like me more.
I find that highly unlikely. I'm the one that has almost 1,800 followers, buddy.
Life's not about followers, is it?
Yeah, it is.
The people love me more. It's fine. So we'll go ahead and close this out here, and we will see you guys soon.